Good evening. Good evening. How you doing? Been a few days. Another case of having to work late. Just, you know, kind of getting in the way. When it's like midnight when I'm done, and then I go and eat and do stuff, it's like 1 a.m. I'm like, yeah, probably, maybe don't start streaming at 1 a.m. Not that I'm going to bed. Like, I should go to bed by 2 at the latest. But, stay up a little bit later. I don't want to support that habit. I don't want my sleeping schedule to be too out of whack. Kind of out of whack, I'm fine with. That's like my normal state of being. But too out of whack? Nah. Nah. The problem is, it's been enough days where I don't remember exactly where I was. In terms of, like, going around and talking to every single person. Knowing myself, I would have finished the entertainment district, then called it. I think that's what I did. And I think I just have residential and the back alley. And then I'm done with the city. There's still the church and the graveyard and stuff, and like the other parts of the state, but I'm done with the city. I believe that to be the case. I do remember Taste of Crossbell. We have tried 6 places, but we only found like 3 favorites? 2 or 3 favorites? So that's gonna... Obviously, there's more places to go. It might be that we have to wait, because some of them were like, oh yeah, this recipe isn't finished yet. So I may have to go back around and check again the next day and not hand it in. This one was in Armorica. Monster and Mains. Oh yeah, this was a hidden quest. Oh, I forgot about this. Go to the restaurant in Central Square. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off the city and the church and the graveyard. And then we'll go do that quest. And I think the normal thing right now will be I go until my voice is kind of feeling like I should stop reading dialogue constantly. And I'll just switch to some Final Fantasy Rebirth, or it'll probably be Final Fantasy Rebirth. I feel like I'm near the end of Black Myth Wukong and I want to finish it. But I have other games I want to play more. So they've been laying low, have they? That dastardly red constellation. Let the discourse rage on. Oh, that's new. Oh, I'm poor as fuck, that's right. Oh, I spent all of it. Why was that open before but not now? That's weird. That seems weird to me. Come closer. So far, it's only really been like 1 hidden quest per section, so I probably have already found the hidden quest. Although there's bound to be like a book chapter, because I haven't seen one in a while. Oven's not working. Weird. Part of me wonders if Jonah will try and restore his lair. I know the hooligans are out and about. I forget where they were, but I did see them. Oh, well, it was a casino, I think. Oh, Lady Ellie, I nearly had a heart attack when I heard about those terrorists at the trade conference. My stomach has been in knots over you and Master Henry's safety ever since. Joanna, you don't need to stress yourself out about me so much. You know that I have the SSS on my side. I'll be fine, I promise. Yes, as you say, my lady. As you say. Again, I don't know why I had to check every single room. I know there's only 2 people in that building ever. I think I'm hoping that McDowell will just be home at some point. He'll just be chilling in a room. The Archbishop came into his office while I was tidying up. What's he all up in arms about? Mr. Reese took an awfully long time to return from her trip to Mainz on the day of the trade conference. To mention trekking out in that direction would put her quite close to the old ruins nearby. Thought as much. While I may not know precisely what she is doing, this all but proves my suspicions were correct. Can I help you? I'm in the middle of important research, so I must ask you to refrain from entering unannounced. He's on to her. What did she say about Reese? Oh, she's inspired by how Will's sister Reese fared. Everyone's asking questions. I was thinking maybe Kia should be here, but I guess this isn't her class. She's probably at the hospital with Shizuku. Oh, it's her husband's grave. I guess that explains why she's here every single day. Still, I don't know if that's healthy. I mean, if you're happy, I guess. Although I don't know if you're ever happy visiting a loved one's grave all the time. Central Square, that's where I'm going. I was like, where was that quest going? Look. You have a keen eye, Margaret. Forgive me if I'm being out of line, but you truly are wasted on your husband. Oh, Clyde, you always have such a way with words. It's the man we were told about, and sure enough, he's with the Vice Commissioner's wife. So this is Clyde, is it? Doesn't look like any host I've ever met before. We should grab a seat nearby so we don't call any attentions to ourselves. Get all the attentions. There's a chance we'll manage to find something out. Understood. Let's split up and sit at different tables then. Not be noticed, but we're gonna sit there and stare at them. Oh yes, I looked over that pamphlet from before. After seeing those photos, well, I just about fell in love on the spot. But did you now? Perhaps the two of us could go and visit sometime then. If you'd like, I could even arrange for a room at the hotel. Oh, now there's no need for that. I've already gone. The view was just magnificent. Not a single thing to complain about. That's wonderful. And it certainly simplifies things too. Now we can move the plans forward a bit and do things. They seem comfortable around each other. Sounds like they're planning a trip to Michelin together. Still, something seems off. Star, the guy's being way too much of a kiss-ass. We still don't have any decisive evidence yet, though. Watch it be her brother. Or something like that. Let's keep listening in, then. Well, now with that out of the way, I'll just be excusing myself. Of course, of course. Oh, and I'll see you again at the club? At Noy Blanc in the entertainment district. Yes, you can expect me there, ma'am. Okay, not brother. I wouldn't want to keep you from what you've been dreaming of any longer than necessary. I can hardly wait. Guess the date is over. What should we do, Lloyd? We have yet to find out anything concrete. Let's keep tailing them. Randy, Wazzy, and I will go after Clyde. Ellie, Teo, and Noelle, you three follow Margaret. Sure you don't get spotted no matter what. Understood. Let's blow this joint. Things are heating up nicely. Sorry to keep you waiting, Clyde. I brought what we discussed. Ah, yes, thank you very much, sir. So, how did things go? Very well, actually. She's been quite enthusiastic about the idea. We'll be closing the deal later at Noy Blanc. Oh, that's good to hear. Well, it's almost time for the next cruise ship to leave. I'll head back to Michelin and make sure everything is in order. It's all up to you now, Clyde. Secure this contract, and it'll rocket you straight to the top of the firm. I won't let you down, sir. Okay, Clyde, you've got this. Did we hear this bit about top of the firm? Sounds like a lawyer. There he goes. The guy sure is fired up. From the sound of it, he's meeting up with the Vice Commissioner's wife at Noy Blanc. What should we do now? No need to keep telling him that we've got what we need, right? Yeah, let's contact Ellie and the others. We should regroup at Police HQ for now. I think we have just enough to nail down who this Clyde person really is. Well, how did the investigation go? Has my wife been having an affair with a host or what? Please calm down, Vice Commissioner. Ellie, what happened when you trailed Miss Margaret? Well, we watched her as closely as we could, but we didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She eventually went back home to the residential district. She didn't meet anyone else on the way. However, she does plan to meet this Clyde person at Noy Blanc later. What? What does he think he's doing, taking my wife to a seedy place like that? Oh, that's the last straw. I'll assemble an entire SWAT team and storm Noy Blanc. I told you to calm down, Vice Commissioner. Last thing you want to do is send armed officers there, you know, considering who owns the place. Well, what am I supposed to do then? For every second we waste, that host gets closer to thinking his lecherous fangs into my Margaret. I don't think you have to worry about her falling prey like that. At least not as far as hosts are concerned. What do you mean? Wazzy had it figured out from the start. But I don't think this Clyde is a host at all. Pardon me? Well, if he isn't a host, then what in Adios' name is he? I mean, he's landing a contract into the top of the firm. So salesman is... I mean, it's one of these two, obviously. I'm gonna go with salesman, though. I think it makes the most sense. From what we could tell, Clyde is most likely a salesman. A salesman? Going off his speech patterns, it did sound like he wanted to sell something. Just not his body or a good time. Exactly, his attitude in itself is proof that he's anything but a host. Gentlemen such as myself work hard to give lonely mesdames Okay, mesdames, a brief reprieve from their otherwise painfully mundane lives. Top-class host escorts his lady with courtesy. He would never humble himself more than necessary. We aren't there to grovel. I don't know if I'd put that quite like what Wazzy did, but my conclusion is more or less the same. From what I could tell, Clyde and your wife didn't look at all like they were having an affair. If pushed, I'd say they came off more as a buyer and seller. That's the impression I got anyway. Seeing as they've met several times now, it would be unreasonable to say working out a business deal of some kind. Or it wouldn't be unreasonable. Even if all this is true, just what sort of purchase is he sweet-talking my wife into? Well, if we keep running this theory, I think we can figure out what kind of salesman he is. Clyde most likely deals in... I mean, he only ever talked about a real estate and, like, a place. Because the pictures were already beautiful. I mean, it could be jewelry. Because they mentioned Michelin and there's a jewelry store there. So maybe it's jewelry. No, I don't think that's it. God damn it. Real estate? Real estate. So he was trying to sell her a property? Now that you mention it, Michelin came up during their conversation at Vingsept. At first I thought it was about a vacation, but that pamphlet suggested otherwise. Yeah, it was probably promoting upscale properties for sale in Michelin. Plus, after we tailed him to the Harbor District, Clyde received something from a man in a suit. That's right, the way they spoke to each other gave me the sense that it was his boss. He might have been delivering him a contract of some sort that needed her signature. If we piece all this together, Clyde is a real estate agent who's been in talks with your wife about buying a property. And it's going along smoothly. Miss Margaret was so receptive, she even went to Michelin herself to scope out the location. Assuming this is all true, it would explain why she's been meeting with this man so often. Yet again, I should have gone with my instinct. Real estate made the most sense. And then I overthought it. I was like, with jewelry, they have a jewelry store in Michelin. Yeah, it's all starting to fall into place. Today, they enter the final negotiations, which means the contract will be signed during their meeting at Noy Blanc. Yes, I think I get the gist of it now. Wait just a second. That would mean Margaret is trying to buy a property in Michelin without even consulting me, wouldn't it? I'm not made of money. Does she know how little a vice commissioner makes? Just how does that woman expect to scrounge up that kind of mirror? Maybe she took out a loan. That's a possibility. He may have even convinced her to take out an unreasonably large one. This is worse than I could have imagined. I know what I must do. I'm going to storm into Noy Blanc myself. I am not going to let this shark swindle my wife right underneath my nose. I'll give this Clyde fellow a piece of my mind and drag Margaret out of there if that's the last thing I do. Thus spoke the henpecked husband. I feel like we just flipped some horrible switch inside of him. I'll tell you what, we're already here, so why don't we all go and lend you a hand? It wouldn't be wise to charge into Noy Blanc all by your lonesome, don't you think? Can't argue with that, but is that really the reason you want to go? You have a real penchant for chasing drama, you know that, Wazzy? I haven't the slightest clue what you mean. Regardless, if we don't hold him back, I highly doubt anyone else will. Yeah, we don't get much choice. We don't got much choice. I'm not too stoked about it, but I think I can get us into the place. My old pal Zax is probably on bouncer duty at the door right about now. What the devils are you all mumbling about over there? I'm headed for Noy Blanc, and you're coming with me. That's final. Yes, sir. Didn't even have a choice. And that's what's up. Think you can let us squeeze on by, Zax? Oh, and we'll want to keep this a secret from Shirley and Uncle Sigmund. I'm sure you already knew that part. I was just wondering when you'd show up again. Didn't think it'd be as an errand boy, though. Oh, you really have lost your touch, huh, Commander Randolph? Just like the young miss said. Stop calling me that already. This is the same Jaeger we saw in front of Crimson & Co. before. Alright, I'll look the other way this once. Think of it as a little favor from me to you. Just don't stir up any trouble inside, got it? I won't say a peep to the young miss or the vice leader either, sound good? Just dandy. Well, I played my part. Looks like they haven't arrived yet, so you'd better get inside if you're gonna ambush them. I think I'm gonna sit this one out, though. That's fine, we should keep a lower profile anyway. Well, I'm going in one way or another. Now, decide amongst yourselves who else will be joining me. Someone's worked up about this. His bravado has carried him too far to back down now. I'll go. I've been looking forward to this since we took his request. The Vice Commissioner, Lloyd, and myself should be plenty, yes? Yeah, that should work. The rest of us will remain here on standby then. Make sure to contact us with your enigmas if you need backup. Will do. Okay, you two, let's head inside. Yes, in we go. Okay, we've requested that your wife and that man be seated at the table over here once they enter the club. I see, that'll do just fine. And if it turns out he really... there's a lot of typos in these cutscenes in this quest. And if it turns out he really is some crooked real estate agent, I'll see to his arrest myself. Believe me when I'd say I'd love to see that. Don't look now, but I think that's them over there. Excuse me, I have a reservation for 2 under Clyde. Oh yes, right this way, sir. I should have made tea. Should have made tea before starting. My, but this is a fancy club. Oh, is this your first time visiting, Margaret? I would think you've already seen everything Crosswell has to offer with your husband so high up in the police. Oh please, that's a riot. He may be the vice commissioner, but his salary is peanuts. He'd much rather drink the night away with some hostess in a dingy bar than take his own wife out to dinner. My apologies then. It may only be noon, but allow me to kickstart the proceedings by buying you a drink. I'd be happy to accept. Don't worry, Vice Commissioner. Quiet you, I don't need you telling me what to do. So this is what the snooty little tap room is beyond my means? Or what if this snooty little tap room is beyond my means? Dingy bar suits me better, what's so wrong with that? Nothing besides your overwhelming inferiority complex. Bringing him with us was a mistake. Shall we get down to business then? As you requested, the purchase agreement for the villa in Michelum's residential area. Simply sign your name on the dotted line, and it's all yours. Oh, how I've been waiting for this moment. I would be more than happy to sign. We were right, it's a contract for a property at the resort. So what's the plan now? We still haven't learned whether this deal is on the up and up or not. Stay away from my wife, you charlatan! What? Pierre? Oh no. This can only go well. What in the world are you doing here? Cancel this deal at once, Margaret. This crooked realtor is swindling you. I beg your pardon. Now hold on just a moment. Crooked? I haven't done anything wrong in the least. Oh, funny joke, comedy man. You can't fool me. Here. You're whining and dining my wife, buttering her up into taking some kind of ridiculous loan on this property, aren't you? Pierre, it'll be a cold day in Gehenna before I let you sink your grubby claws into us like that. Pierre? Stay silent, woman. That's the CPD's vice commissioner, right? Pierre! I'm sorry, Snookums. The quickest surrender I've ever seen. Did you hear that whip crack? You go, Margaret. Goddess, how do I put up with you? You're supposed to be a vice commissioner. How could you so blindly jump to the wrong conclusion and treat this man like a criminal? Have you no shame? Well, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Hold on. Are you saying this is all a misunderstanding? Wait, it is? Well, no, I'm hooked. Go on, Margaret. Spill that tea and don't let it drop. Very well. Firstly, Clyde here is a respectable realtor who deals in luxury properties. Your assessment was wrong to begin with. There's nothing crooked about him at all. But I don't understand. We don't have nearly enough funds to splurge for something like that. Actually, I recently took up trading stocks in my spare time, and I've been making a tidy profit ever since. These past few days have earned me more than your salary could in half a decade. Red stocks? To be honest, my patience with you has reached its limit. You're a pitiful man who can hardly look his own wife in the eye. Even your position was only earned through luck and connections. And I don't know if it's just so you can avoid being at home with me, but your late night drinking binges are straining our finances. You were in a much better mood when you thought you were the next commissioner in line after the old one was dismissed. Then the other vice commissioner was chosen over you. Your sour grapes have made you grouse and complain incessantly ever since. Isn't that a little harsh, ma'am? Quite honestly, I didn't think I could live with you any longer. That was the reason I consulted Clyde. I hope to use my earnings to purchase a home for myself. The plan was to separate from you before eventually filing for our divorce. Originally, that is. Out come the claws, now it's getting good. Were you born without the ability to feel compassion? Wait, did you just say originally? Huh? I did. You organized all this because you were afraid of losing me, didn't you? To now, you've been too afraid of me to step foot in the house. I'm impressed that you went through with all of this. So tonight, I want you to come home so we can sit down and talk this through together. Margaret. I'm very sorry, Clyde, but we're going to have to put this purchase on hold. That can't be, Margaret. We were so close. It's not as if I've canceled the deal entirely, but it was wrong of me to negotiate alone. Look forward to discussing this again in the future. Pierre and I may not be separating, but the property still interests me. Sure, I'll purchase it eventually. I would have preferred to close the deal today, but I suppose I can't force you to sign a contract. I'll just excuse myself then. Turns out Clyde wasn't guilty of anything in the end. We feel kind of bad for suspecting him the way we did. Oh, who cares about his feelings? What matters is that we kept the Vice Commissioner's sinking marriage afloat. I should be going too, Pierre. I'll see you again tonight. We have plenty to discuss, so come straight home after work. Understood? Yes, Snookums. And so he dons the leash yet again. Excellent work today, SSS. We're glad that everything worked out in the end. It's a relief to know your wife wasn't being taken advantage of. That's all well and good, yes, but now I'm going to be paying out the nose for a villa I've never even seen before. Thank the goddess we're not getting a divorce, at least. Suppose we can use the new place as a weekend retreat. Margaret did seem charmed by it for what it's worth. Yeah, man, sometimes you gotta give in and let the lady have what she wants. Besides, the funds are coming out of her own stock market earnings in the first place. Which is a whole different can of worms. How did Margaret even manage to... as if I needed another reminder of how much more capable she is than me. You reap what you sow, as they say. Be that as it may, as long as I'm still a married man at the end of the day, I'm grateful. You have my thanks, SSS. Anytime, Vice Commissioner, you can always count on us. We'll just show ourselves out now. We did it! He's not losing his wife. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to mains first. And then I'll go in like a clockwise fashion around the whole state. Part of me is curious if there's new monsters on the road. Or if it's just the cryptids. If they're the same, then... I guess I'll drive. Okay, they're the same. I will stop by the... Should I stop by the ruins? I could. I don't think there's going to be anything there, though. I'm going to stop by the doll studio. I mean, I probably should, just in case. Why does the game keep rearranging my party? Free Sepith, I'm poor as fuck.
I think she hits twice? Yeah. What? Bought those? I have. I was like, this doesn't look familiar. Needless to say, I'm not gonna find the rare monsters or the shining palms, because you have to grind for those. You also kind of have to know where they are to like get them in any kind of remotely efficient manner. What level are we? Am I like one level off being able to just like shoot these and not fight? Oh no, we're not even close, never mind. Although the XP gains are absolutely awful. Although, what about the Sepith? I mean, it's not terrible. I'll get free reign to go in there at some point. You can see the chest. Right there on the right as the camera turns. That was my first time I've been ambushed. I think Tio's is better. Hers also hits multiple times, but the windup is shorter than Noelle's. Like, way shorter. Noelle takes a fucking age to aim her guns. Probably have this already. I think it would be 5,000 if it was new, not 500. Gonna be training? Oh, most recent hiking failure. I've never understood hiking. I guess if I wanted something to do that was outside and give me some exercise, and like that's like
sure. But I've never had any desire to do it. Never thought, man, I want to go for a hike. That's never a thought I've ever had in my entire life. But then I am a hermit. I don't really leave I leave my house as little as possible. That's how I like things. Okay. Food? Well, hi there. Welcome to Dare's Eagle Inn. Hello, we're with the special support section, and we're here about a request. Ah, see, you're the ones handling that. The CNS already gave me the gist. How about this? I'll cook you up main specialty stamina steak. Can only hope our stomachs have the room to spare. Oh yeah, you kids have a lot of other places you need to sample, don't you? I'll prepare some bite-sized servings in that case. We appreciate the consideration. Dang, even one bite and it's on its own is pretty filling. Just what you'd want from a good steak. Yeah, I'm feeling more energized already. Well, of course, stamina is essential for miners, you know. Pair this dish with a beer and you'll be digging away like a grand mole in no time. Can't say being a miner sounds particularly attractive when you put it that way. True, but Gantz and the others seem to enjoy it well enough. Well, it means his miners are some of the manliest men in all of Crossbell. Anyhow, if you kids are ever in need of a nice hearty meal, you know where to come. You bet we do. It wasn't anyone's favorite, though. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Somebody's blue. Wants to do something for somebody. The bracers have taken out the monster. The cryptid is done and dealt with already. I love this. I love the town theme here. It's just like the perfect level of like peaceful. Without being, like, boring. Of course, the independence is what's on everyone's mind. So. Makes sense. Alright, let's exterminate a monster. I assume it's at the very bottom of the cave. Which way was... There is a shortcut, and they mentioned that they fixed the shortcut. I don't remember which way it was. I remember this led to a dead end, but it might have led to the... To the ladder? Maybe this was broken too? At least everything runs for me, and I can just get some free sap with as I go. Okay, it wasn't quite this way. Maybe it was down this way? It was. These don't look familiar. It has been a while, I guess, since I was down here. I think to the left? Yeah. Megalobat. Nothing else yet. Exterminate. Oh, that's a lot of them. Can't be slept. Can they be blinded? No. They're probably immune to everything but stat downs. It's water. Uses its weight to fight. If I just dark matter, will they fail to like ever reach me? I don't want to go too far. I'll just go right here. I don't want to go too far back. I mean, if they're melee only. And they're weak to water. It's about to get sucked in the center. Oh, okay, never mind. They're too fat to get sucked. Yo, that did a lot more than I was expecting. I'm glad I didn't kill that. So I want the diamond dust to hit all three of them. I can't move. They suck. Oh, I can actually reach. Let's do it. I don't know if I've seen this. I mean, maybe I have. I think I have. Can't reach. These aren't as devastating as you'd think they'd be. I mean, I hope that the three in the back just like didn't move or didn't even attempt to move. May as well just do the expensive one. I can like replenish everything in the car. Even CP actually. So I can't really do anything. Just hit it. I don't have any combos, but I can Blast Storm. Okay, that would have been devastating if all 6 of them were doing that to me.
Nice fight.
Look at that, it was hiding a craft book. I think this one is geared towards Tio and Noelle's weapons of choice. Shall we begin testing it, Noelle? I'm game if you are. Let's do this, Tio. Sweet, easy peasy. Upgrading, it's spending all of my money to upgrade gear, I think. Definitely paid off. I don't need the rest. I can rest in the car. Everything runs for me anyway. Wait. Huh? There's an enemy here. Huh? What? Fuck is that about? That's not the first time this game has done that either. Okay. This is all done. I can't just go straight to Belgard Gate. Maybe I have a conversation with... I can't remember who's in charge of this gate. I can't remember if it's Bales or the other guy. And we have the restaurant. That's about it. Muriel's been officially promoted, so that's cool. Well, it's closed now. Man. Now that I know those are there, I'm like, ooh, is there stuff? Shining Stella. That's such a weird relationship they have. Hey Randy, I see you brought the SSS along too. Anything I can get you? Hiya Stella. We're actually here on business, you see. Now that you mention it, I think that rings a bell. Here, I'll serve you up some of the belly-full hot pot I usually make for the guardsmen. So the Belgard unit likes hot pot too? Who knew? My appetite is whetted. Glad to hear it. Sit tight and I'll bring a fresh pot right over. Oh, you can almost feel it warming you up from the inside. Doesn't skimp on the meat to make room for all the vegetables either. You couldn't ask for a more nourishing dish. CGF training can get pretty rigorous. The guardsmen need filling food like this if they want to last. It's no wonder. We often have hot pot parties, but everyone always ends up fighting over who gets the biggest chunks of meat. When Randy was here, he would even sneak bites from other people's plates. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, that guy's gonna take care of himself, you know? No one's favorite, though. I'm running out of places. Does it say if does it say that I found favorites? Yeah, let's start from the top. Explanation. Okay, we got TOs. Randy. Oh yeah, Randy had like the noodles. Noelle liked Long Lao the most. And that's it. We have 3 favorites. How's it hanging, Warrant Officer Muriel? Working hard or hardly working? You know very well the answer to that question. Honestly, Randy, I told you just the other day that I was promoted to 2nd Lieutenant. Ignore him. Congratulations on your promotion. Thank you, Sergeant Major. Feels nice to be moving up, but it also means I'm going to be saddled with additional responsibilities. I'll just have to buckle down and apply myself even more from here on out. Even more? Like you aren't walking around with a stun halberd up your butt already? You're gonna get burned out if you keep that up. You gotta learn how to chillax. Be as cool as the other side of the pillow. I don't recall asking for life advice from the local moron, Randy. Thank you for spoiling our pleasant conversation. Promotion or not, some things are never gonna change, huh? By the way, where's that gift I bought for your promotion? Aren't you gonna wear it? You know that shiny little thing I picked up at Michelin? Oh, that's right. You were looking at brooches while we were there. Be reasonable, Randy. You should know I can't wear something like that while I'm in uniform. I'm a ranking officer of the CGF. It's too flashy, so I put it away as a keepsake. I mean, I stuffed it away somewhere out of sight because I couldn't stand to look at it. That's right. I bet I just tossed it in the back of my desk or something. You're blushing, Muriel. Cute. Anyway, now that I've been promoted, I plan to devote myself to the CGF more than ever before. Gonna have to if I want to be at least a little useful to the commander. Crosswell can't ignore the potential threat these mysterious cryptids pose. Unfortunately, due to the political climate, the CGF must focus on our state borders, counting on all of you to spearhead this investigation in our stead. We won't let you down, Commander. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. I think I said this the last time I was here, but I also really like fantasy military music. Like JRPG military music. Alright. To the police academy. I guess I could check out Stargazer's tower. I'm not gonna be able to go in there, I don't think. Wait. Cryptid was spotted in Ox Forest recently. Lynn and Naomi went in to exterminate it, but were unable to track it down. Does that mean I can go and help them? Is that a secret quest to help them? Where am I to? I forget. Ursula Road. Oh yeah, on like the sandbar. And then East Crossbell Highway. Oh yeah, probably near the fishing hut. Yeah, no, it's not one of mine. I have no ingredients. I don't have money for ingredients. I think I'm gonna wander the forest. Do these run from me? They do.
Hey.
Hold on. Forest Road. Oh, I actually came here really early in the game. 51. Okay, yeah, no, that sheep is not new.
Hey. そこです。
Ding, ding, ding.
Hey. そこです。Hey.
Yeah, that had the cryons in it. A level 100, I think. I've only gained like... What am I again? 67? I'm like easily halfway through the game. I think we started at level 50-ish? Maybe 55. No, it would have been 50. Maybe it was 45. I don't fucking know. But like, we haven't gained that many levels for me to like get to 100 anytime soon. So the fact that those monster chests are level 100, I'm like, that feels excessively high. Unless there's gonna be like some like mad dash leveling. Like from now on, I'm gonna be getting like 5 levels per like dungeons like section of the game. Oh, we get a team thing. I was gonna say this was a mistake. It only took a few seconds though. You do get more separate for fighting. Why are they running? God, stop it. I have a feeling I'm not gonna run into anything. Dang. Part of me thinks that we can, like, help out the bracers. Since they're taking, what, like 3 or 4, and we're only taking the 2. Turn the car. I am gonna check the tower. Am I gonna check the tower? I'm gonna check the tower. I feel like it'll be a waste of time, but... What? Okay. They were higher than 57 here. Okay, I always tend to look at the mini-map when I'm running around. I'm not going to do that here, because I always get fucking lost. I just follow the road. All I gotta do. Yeah, it is barricaded. Yeah. So, like, this looks like a creature, right? That looks like a cryon. A little bit. But it has, like, legs. Because you can see feet, hand. You can see a face and a head. They have, like, an eggplant in their chest. For some reason. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be depicting, but... it's there. See that bell. I never got to really investigate. We actually only go up like half the tower because the library is up at that upper door. That's as far as the game would let me go. Okay, I almost did it again. I was looking at the mini-map instead of the actual thing in front of me. That's the weird thing about mini-maps, is like sometimes you end up just staring at that instead of what's actually in front of you, and then you never actually look at the game. You're just looking at a map of the game. I mean, I also tend to look at it for like monsters, so I can turbo around and not run into a monster by accident. But I should just look at the actual fucking train. I think I say fucking too much. I've been saying it a lot the past few days. Just throwing it in there, like I say it like someone says like. And recently I ran into someone on like Discord, just like on some server somewhere. And I met someone that was doing that a lot, and it kind of annoyed me, and I was like, but I do that. Why does it annoy me if I do that? Like, it annoys me if other people do it, but when I do it, it doesn't annoy me. Why? Shouldn't my own behavior annoy me? I should do it a little bit less, I think. Dr. Salient? Oh, hello. My apologies, but I need some time alone to think. The results of Shizuku's operation must be hitting her especially hard. Yeah, she was the surgeon in charge of the procedure, after all. Any new favorites? Welcome to Lelektir. I actually didn't know the name of this place. And we're from the CPD Special Support Section. We're here about a request we received. Oh, right, the gourmet guide. Someone from the CNS did get in touch with me about that. There's just one problem. What do you mean? The dish I'm offering needs a lot of time to cook properly. Unfortunately, I just plumb ran out. So sorry, but I'm afraid you're gonna have to wait until I've whipped up another round. A bad break for us, but if there's no dish, there's no dish. Pardon me, how much time will it take before a new batch is ready? Let's see, I just started on a new one last night, so... It should be done about 48 hours from now. Come see me the day after the next, and I'll hook you up. It simmers for 3 whole days? Must be some rich flavors you're drawing out. I look forward to tasting the final product. Oh, you're gonna love it, just don't forget to drop by again once it's done. Okay, this is gonna take 2 days. We have to wait 2 days, not just 1. Potentially. Chances are that it's gonna be somebody's favorite. This isn't the first time that this series, and in particular the Crossbell arc, has done this. And had a side quest span over several days in order to, like, complete it. But this is the first time where they kind of, like, give you strong hints about it, though. Like, before it was, like, hints, and that was a strong hint. Like, oh yeah, I have nothing for 2 days. Whereas the other ones were like, yeah, it's kind of not done yet, but here you go. Here's a prototype. And so you can kind of infer that maybe they'll fix it in a day or two, but... They're becoming more transparent. And communicative about these sorts of hints and shit. Alright, alright. Here we go. I'm told that the SSS is taking on the cryptid investigation. My apologies, such matters are typically under Bracer jurisdiction, but with me being away from the guild right now... Knock it off, you don't need to worry about that. It's still a joint investigation, not like my kids are biting off more than they can chew. Trust them to take care of things for today, at least. So you say. Come on, you know as well as anyone how much they've grown this year. Besides, you should be enjoying this time together while you have it. You don't get to do this nearly enough. If you ask me, a dad's place at times like these is right beside his daughter. I mean, you're dead, Sergei. Thank you, Chief. That's very kind of you. Pardon us. Wait, where's Kia then? She's not here. The SSS. What are you guys doing here? Told him I'd be coming alone since all of you are supposed to be busy today. That's awkward. You see your boss is like, aren't you busy today? Sorry about that, Chief. We wanted to check in on Shizuku ourselves. Thank you for visiting SSS. I heard she can open her eyes now. That's improvement. Even if she can't see. Oh, Shizuku, I've never seen you with your eyes open like that. Does that mean your sight is back? No, not exactly. Dr. Salen did everything that she could as the operating surgeon. On paper, the procedure was a success, but her vision has not fully recovered. All that has returned thus far is her ability to perceive light around her. That's so. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't worry about me, everyone. I'm okay. But since you're all here, would it be alright for us to take a walk to the roof together, Father? That'd be nice. I was just starting to think it's a little crowded in here. We could all use some fresh air. But Shizuku just had surgery. Shouldn't she be taking it easy? The doctor said her condition is stable, so long as she isn't exposed to strong light for an extended period of time. Seeing as today is a little overcast, there shouldn't be any issues with taking her outside. I'll inform the staff. Would you all help Shizuku out of bed and make sure she's ready to go? So the Divine Blade of Wind has a soft spot for his darling little girl. Add him to the list, I suppose. He's always like that. Father is a kind man once you get to know him. Yeah, now we can go for a little jog, skip, and walk with the guy. We're up for it. I'm excited already. Watch your step, Shizuku. I will, Father. The breeze is so nice and the sunlight is so warm. I almost forgot how bright it could get. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Shizuku. Now that I think about it, Arios did mention something about you being able to perceive light again. I'm still not able to make out any details, but yes, that's right. I can sense how bright it is now, almost like there's a white haze all around me. A white haze? I think I can imagine it. Your eyes know there's light there, but it's not the same as having vision. I mean, it's kind of like having your eyes closed. And like, I can see, like, there's a lamp there. I can see it's brighter when I look that way than when I look that way. So, like, it would be like that. Except with your eyes open, which would be kind of fucking weird. Oh, you don't have to be sad for my sake, everyone. I'm very happy with how well the surgery went. You are? Also, like, if she has an improvement, there is the hope that she just continues to improve. And it's just like, it's like when you have to, like, rehab when you break your legs and stuff. And, like, you can't just walk and run right away. You gotta work your way up to it. So maybe that's happening with her eyes. Well, at first I was upset that I didn't get all my eyesight back, of course. At that point, I started giving up hope that I was ever going to get better. Zuku. But after thinking about it, I realized that this was the first treatment I've ever had that's made this much progress. That means my eyes can still get better, even if it takes a long time. See? See? It gave me a reason to believe again. Plus, I don't want to let down Father, Kia, and everyone at the hospital who's been supporting me. So I'm not going to give up. I want to continue my treatment. Shizuku, you're amazing. Not everyone has that kind of strength. Well, I don't know if I'd call it strong. I still need everyone's help. Without Father here to pay my hospital bills for me, I don't know what I'd do. As long as you haven't given up, I'll support you for as long as it takes. So don't worry about that, Shizuku. Just focus on getting better for us. That's exactly what your mother would want, too. You're right, Father. Thank you. I know Mother's with the goddess watching over us. I'll keep doing my best to make a recovery for you and her both. Kid's got some fire in her belly, eh, Arios? I question who her daddy is. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? I'd say she gets it from her mother, if anything. It's almost time for us to return to your room, Shizuku. Doctor's orders. Oh, yes, of course. We'll walk you back outside, or inside. Foreshadowing? The world is fake? Question mark? Alright, I should be getting back to work. You two enjoy your father-daughter time, Arios. Much appreciated, Sergey. We'll see you tonight, Chief. Will do. I'll be expecting to hear all about your cryptid investigation that you should be doing. With the divine dad of Wind here taking some time off, this is your chance to close the gap. The divine what? Later, guys. Thank you for coming, Chief. Can't believe he said that with the man himself still in the room. Who else do we know who could get away with that? Well, he is my former superior. I can afford him a little bit of leeway. Nevertheless, he was correct. I hope you have no objections to investigating the cryptids for today. I plan to be back to work first thing tomorrow. Until then, lend your aid to Scott, Wenzel, Aeolia, and Lynn. We will do what we can. Thank you for covering for Father, everyone. I hope your work goes well. And I'm glad you visited too. It was fun talking with you all. Pleasure was all ours, Shizuku. We'll come see you again soon. Take care. I just remembered Kyo also came to visit me yesterday. I think hearing about my surgery only made her sad. Now that you mention it, there did seem to be something on her mind this morning. Don't worry about it too much, Shizuku. Just stay positive. Sure, Kyo will cheer up eventually. I hope so. Wait, where is she then? Was she just in a room and I forgot? I mean, that's possible. I thought my coworker was being nice. Instead, they were just giving me back a thing they borrowed from me. See, originals are totally impaired, so they're Beldine thinks there's a chance. There's clearly a chance. Spirits are low. Yeah, makes sense. My assumption is that Dr. Sayland is racking her brain with, like, what it means. Like, what went wrong, what didn't work, and what could work. Like, I don't think she's, like, emotionally turbulent. I think she's just analyzing the results to try and figure out what to do next. Morale at the hospital has been an all-time low since Shizuku's operation. Still, that's just all the more reason we nurses have to keep a smile on our faces. You're right, having Kia in our lives has taught us just how powerful a good smile can be. I'm sure you can provide the same pick-me-up for the patients, Cecile. If anyone can melt their worries away, it's you. Well, that's kind of you to say. The hospital may be down on morale, but Shizuku's still holding out hope. We owe it to her to do the same. True, true, true. Yeah, some people have hope. Just have hope. An improvement is an improvement. If it can be improved, it can be further improved. I'm too pretty to be stuck in a hospital. I fucking hate people like you. I'm too young and pretty to be here. Oh, fuck yourself. I remember one time I had to go to the ER, and I ended up having to sit in the ER for well over 10 hours. It might have been 12 hours before I could see anybody. And like, I wasn't like mega emergency on my deathbed or anything, but like, it still was insanely long. And they said, don't eat or drink anything in case we want to like do a test, like some kind of blood test. Like you can have some water. And I'd been sitting there so long. I was so fucking hungry that I was starting to feel like weak because I was so fucking hungry. And I'm like, this seems bad, but okay. Bad way to treat patients, I guess. I feel like these two are always arguing. Oh, that's the fisherman dude. Oh, he's better. Oh, that's nice. Why is he not enthused? I guess he's just kind of in shock. I understand, like, wanting to avoid it because you're, like, assuming it's going to be bad news. You'd rather just not have the bad news. Especially if you're, like, old. Because if you get bad news when you're old, it's like, yeah, you're dying. It's like, oh. I mean, you could have just not told me that. Now I'm going to be thinking about it. Okay, I'm gonna go to the boathouse last. Yeah. I'm gonna do Tangram Gate, Armorca Village. I'll see if I can get into the old battleground. Then I will do... Well, I'll do the quest in Armorca. Do the battleground. Then I'll do the fishing hut. Then I'll do the 2 cryptids. I think we'll be good. We'll be Gucci. Good and Gucci. I wonder if I can ever go into the right one. I went to the left one. Or the other gate. There might be books and chests down there. Just left alone. Unpilfered. How dare they? How dare they withhold this from me? Probably should have read what he said. We finally fixed the radar facility that was destroyed during the trade conference the other day. Those despicable terrorists, just how did they manage to pull that off right under our noses? The more I think about it, the more confusing it gets. That plus the armored car that showed up in the geofront feels like more than they could have prepared alone. Our suspicions that the society was aiding them may be right on the mirror. It does seem to be the case, though we never did get irrefutable evidence. Irrefutable, no. Circumstantial? Yes. But this, I guess the CGF knows about. They would know about the cryptids. I was like, why do they know? Is the secret? Hello, Sergeant Major Seeker, visiting the SSS today. Yes, it's good to see you, Mr. Temis. Sorry for the bother, but we're actually here for a support request. Yes, I do remember hearing about that from the news service. Our specialty here at Tangram Gate is the Tide of Plenty Hot Pot. You get to eat it as a group. So you serve a mean seafood hot pot here, huh? We'd love to try it. Sure thing, sit tight while I go whip up a pot. This is quite flavorsome. Yeah, you can really taste how fresh the fish is. And that's the idea. Hot pots are easy and delicious, so we make them a lot here at Tantrum Gate. Eating right at a table together always puts the guardsmen in a fun, lively mood, too. Now that I think about it, I've never had a meal like this with the Testaments before. Maybe I'll bring them here next time I get the chance. For real? You want to take your downtown gang to a border gate to eat hot pot? I think I know who liked this dish the best. Perhaps we should let Wazzy handle the review for it then. I was hoping to weasel my way out of doing one, but I guess I don't mind too much. Hey, 4 out of 6. Ding, ding, ding. I have a feeling we haven't been to Armorca yet, but I have a feeling the hospital and the bakery are going to be the other two favorites. That is my prediction. And those have to wait. They're doing mock battles on the border. Yeah, that's just showing off. That's just being like, hey, we're more powerful than you. Never anyone down there. It's just a chest that I've already opened. I suppose it's not like an island. No, it's not an island. I just saw the river. I'm like, that's a convenient border. The other side is mountains. I was like, if this place is an island, maybe there's a secret. The water acts as some sort of magical threshold barrier for whatever the giant tree thing is. I know there's a giant tree thing. I have no idea what it's about. I know there's a giant tree thing. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. I'm probably gonna make some tea. And then I'm gonna decide on my break whether I continue with this or play some Rebirth. And I'm kind of torn. So, I'll be right back.